What's going on, everybody? We're here with Knathan.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, dude. I haven't fucking seen you in forever, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Hell yeah.
It's been a minute.
For those, I guess, who don't know, we went to school together. We played in a fucking band together. Yeah, dude, those were the days, man. So what's up? What was your, like, come up and shit? Just always, like, Transcona boy and, like, you know?
Yeah, born and raised, man. I've been there my entire life, still there, but don't plan on dying there, that's for sure.
Yeah? Have you been, like, looking to get out of the T-town, or?
Yeah, I have, for sure. But, you know, it has to be the right, the right move, per se, because, like, you know what?
You only want to move, like, once or twice in your life kind of thing?
Yeah, and, you know, making a jump like that is definitely something that's been on my mind for a while. But at the same time, though, it's like, especially pursuing a career within the industry, having a flexible, I guess, residence or something like that.
Yeah.
Is definitely something
that still makes sense, but has way more like opportunity for things that you want to do.
Yeah,
100%. For sure, man. I feel that. There's definitely tons of kids that like just move places and make the jump without logically thinking about like what they're doing and like all the realistic things that they have to deal with once they move to a new city and like, you know.
Yeah, 100%, man. A lot of people, I feel like, just move out either just to say they moved out.
Yeah, just to like...
I'm 18 years out of here. Yeah, exactly, and they're not even prepared or even, like, understand what it takes, right?
Yeah, for sure. What were you really, like, doing in your younger days growing up in Transcona and stuff?
Well, in elementary school, I was really big into, I guess, like, art and drawing stuff and like making comics and shit like that.
Okay, that was your first big like.
Then by end of elementary to middle school, I was just all guitar. That was it. Me and Steven just linked up and we were just playing guitar every day for years pretty much. And then
sick.
Came into the band with I guess with you, and pretty much from middle school onward it was just music.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You were playing ball for a while too.
Oh yeah, and I did sports too. I did basketball throughout pretty much my whole life, and I played football as well.
When did you first start playing ball?
Grade 3. So I've been.
So that was definitely before football.
Yeah, no, football I only did in high school, but basketball I did from grade 3 onward, and now I still coach at Murdoch.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's sick.
Just won the championship this year. What up?
Oh, man, big shout out. Big shout out.
Chilling. But for basketball, I never really took it serious until like almost high school, pretty much. For the longest time, I would just like I'd be on the team, whatever, but like I was never the best player or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then by high school, I was like, okay, this is fun. Let's start taking it serious.
You tried to be the best player at that point.
Pretty much started practicing more and stuff.
So how did this is a question for me then? How did basketball mentality compare? Because like we were talking about the hockey players.
Yeah, because he was playing hockey.
Like, dude, we were just like all of us would agree like. Man, we fucked around so hard. We could have done way better. Like, we just stunk ass. Yeah.
Or did you guys really take it serious and try?
We were a tough thing to, I guess, describe. We say there's this thing called like a Transcona mentality. We had a very talented team. We had a lot of height, a lot of good players, but we just never quite were able to. I don't know if we just didn't have the belief or drive. There was always just like an internal
There's something holding you guys back.
Yeah, that was holding us back.
But you were all talented.
Yeah, and we all, like, we did pretty well, but it was just like, you'd go up against like these really top ranked schools, and it's like, player for player, we could keep up, but like, they would just have like this mental edge on us.
And they probably always had that one fucking player too that was like really about it, and like,
yeah, it was tough, but I guess one thing we did have though is a lot of us played together from when we were really young, so we were all pretty connected.
Yeah.
And even now to this day, majority of my closer friends are from those basketball teams that we played.
Yeah, you maintained friendships because of the ones that you built playing ball together.
That was a good part there.
When did you so you're doing music and stuff during all of this. What was it that made you say like you wanted music to be your thing more than athletics and sports and ball and football? Like, was there kind of like a point where you were like, I don't want to be an athlete, like, yeah, it's cool, I'll coach, I love sports, but music's what I want to do?
I feel like music was always kind of around me and what I wanted to do from when I was elementary or middle school. That was like always kind of going on. Basketball, like I said, I didn't take quite as serious until I started getting a bit more competitive in like high school and whatnot. But even throughout all then, I was always doing music, and that took a greater priority, I guess you could say. But I mean, after high school, it's just like you gotta kind of decide what you want to put your time into, and I just got more satisfaction out of playing guitar, being creative.
You felt being creative was more something that you wanted.
Doing athletics, and I mean, I still love doing that, but I mean, especially in Canada, it's like making it to the NBA. That's a far stretch. Making it to playing in Europe, that's doable.
Yeah, Nathan, have you done like much traveling? The last time I saw you was in Vegas. Yeah.
Past year I traveled Vegas twice and went to Banff, Lake Louise, and all that stuff. And
it's pretty sick out there.
It's amazing out there. It's
the
like
views, the scenery,
air quality, man. The air out there is so
something
different. Else. If I had the right setup or whatever, I would definitely consider moving out there. Like
that would be something.
That would be a spot that I'm like, okay, I could wake up to this every day.
So back onto the music thing. So you decided like it wanted to be something you wanted to do. You were playing in these bands. When was it that you first like took music seriously? You wanted to play in a band. You wanted to like.
Well, that was like probably
going back to like middle school.
From the jump. I remember in elementary school, I was trying to figure that out. Blah 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 blah.
Like you were already in elementary school. You were kind of looking for people to play with.
I was like, I started playing piano, and then I switched to guitar in like grade 4 or 5 or something like that. And at that point, I was like, yo, I wanna do this whole band thing or whatever. I was pretty hooked on Green Day and Nickelback back then.
Yeah, for sure.
I was pretty pumped about that. And then I found Steven, and we were just jamming, and then through word of mouth, whatever, then I guess your dad came calling, and then we ended up putting this band together. I guess your dad or somebody was giving lessons to Riley at that time.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, we got this crazy drummer, and I think I had...
You've like been in the shop a few times or
something? I think I had been in the shop a couple times, and I had played, because he used to do those concerts outside at High Neighbor there.
Yep.
Right, and I guess I played one time there.
Oh yeah, you came and you jammed in front of the shop. Yeah.
And then I guess just one thing led to another, and then.
And it was Was it the next year that we played High Neighbor? Oh, okay, no, that makes sense. So then after like playing with Jared and stuff, was that your last like band?
Well, let's see. Had the serial thrillers with you, and then that progressed into the initial kind of start of Rain or Shine, where we had myself, Steven, Riley, and Tyrus, or as he's known now, Sir Louis.
Oh, that's who that is.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember seeing you guys perform at one of the Battle of the Band thing. I didn't know, like, I've heard people talk about this Sir Louis guy.
Yeah, we were in the band together, Rain or Shine, and we did that for a while. We did a couple of Battle of the Bands, we won, and stuff like that, and then later on throughout high school, I guess, his, Sir Louis, I guess priorities changed. He wasn't feeling the music as much, and so he ended up leaving.
Kind of like what happened to me.
Yeah, he ended up leaving the band, and Steven, Riley, and I tried kind of doing that for a little while, but then I guess as we were getting a bit older, Steven kind of lost touch with that as well.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of Riley and I, and we just...
And you guys really kept it. Did you guys keep contact?
Riley and I?
The whole time after everything, like after you guys all stopped playing together, and
Steven and I not so much. Riley and I for sure, and like we tried doing our thing, because after high school I ended up being in a band with Riley and a couple guys from his area. And we played. We did an opening show for Panicland, and that was insane. That was like a 300 plus people crowd at the Park Theater or something like that.
Yeah, they had some hype in the city at that time, and Riley is friends with those guys.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Like, I mean, I've experienced it a bit more recently, but like having people singing your own song lyrics is the craziest thing. Man. I'm like, you've never heard this song before, but by the end of it, they're singing shit you wrote. Like,
they hear the chorus the first time, and then after that, every time you do it, they're singing it with
That
you.
was crazy. After like wanting autographs and people are screaming like, oh, this is it, eh?
Big leagues.
Yeah, that must have been kind of like the serious turning point where you were like, this is it.
Well,
this is what I'm fucking doing. Like,
it was. Well, I mean, it's always been like that, but for me, a thing was always kind of.
That's when you first felt it, and like
I don't want to say self-discovery, but like I was always running into issues. Like in that band, I was the bass player, but I'm like, well, shit, I can play guitar better than our lead guitarist. What am I doing? And different things like that.
True,
and
man.
like at that time too, Riley.
You definitely always had a skill for guitar, dude.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah.
And it was there was a lot of things going on, but that was a really good situation. I'm like, if we would have stuck together with everyone together, I'm like, that was
you could have maintained the hype from that show. And
that was a lineup, and then we ended up kind of going our separate ways, and then after that, they had the next group with Jared. And
okay, that wasn't until
and then because
okay.
I had a guy at my work. His name was Andrew, and
where were you working at the time?
At this place called Vector. It's just a little shop out by IKEA or whatever. They do concrete stuff, and we ended up just chatting. He's like, "Oh yeah, I sing or whatever, blah blah blah." And then Jared hits me up, "Yo man, let's do this battle of the bands."
Yeah,
nice.
Right, let's do this. And then I'm like, "Fuck, I got a singer. Let's put this together." And and
Riley was bass.
Yeah,
right?
Riley was on bass. We needed a bass player, and then
How did he like playing bass? I've never seen him play bass, but I've seen him play drums and guitar.
Well, he's just a beast, man. So no matter what he does, he's
he can pick up anything.
So
for sure.
I mean, he's a beast. So that all went pretty well. We went and we crushed it with Battle of the Bands, and
you guys won, didn't you?
We got second place.
We won what we wanted.
But we won what we wanted.
The Long McQuaid gift cards, as Jared was saying.
Because the first place got like recording time, and like we weren't anywhere close to that stage. No original songs really or anything like that. And
you would have been unprepared almost. You felt
we were like
we just wanted the cash.
Yeah, we were a band, but we weren't at that stage, right? So like. We almost wanted just the gift card to buy ourselves some shit, right?
Like I said in the last episode, go check it out. You guys probably just wanted the cash.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I ended up getting like a pedal out of that or something.
Sick.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I think I just got odds and ends, maybe paid a fucking little bit on the drum set, but I know I was. That money.
That was a fun time, and then I think after that I've maybe like dabbled around a little bit here and there, but. Actually, no, there was one band that was called Where's the Lead? They was like their kind of thing was they didn't have a lead guitar player, and they
Where's the Lead?
That's funny. Yeah,
they wanted me to be their guitar player, right? And we had booked a big show, and I guess that summer, a couple weeks before the show, I got really hammered, and I had a party at my house, and I hopped on my fence. And because I seen somebody who was walking past, I think it might have been Roddy or somebody, and I was going to say like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And my friend didn't realize that I was just sitting on the fence, and he tossed me over the fence. I fell and broke my hand, so then I was able to play, I guess, the show.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen to a guitar player, man.
Another guitar player, so that kind of
smoke.
But that was a interesting time. Some of my series of bands, anyways.
And where did it go like from that?
Well, I guess actually with that one, the guy who was playing drums for that group was the drummer who replaced Riley from I guess Rain or Shine, because there was Steven, myself, and Sir Louis, but then Riley had left, and then we found another drummer, and then I guess his name was Matt, and I guess our group
his name was Matt.
Yeah, our group kind of fizzled out there, but then he was starting another one, and then it's kind of one thing led to another.
And is that almost when you like started doing your own thing at that point?
Well, I guess one thing that helped was all the technology for recording becomes like accessible now. Like you do a podcast
so
now, and like
once
that started kind of coming about, and I started getting a hang of it, then I started making my own stuff. But to be honest, at first it was fucking horrible shit. It was bad.
Everybody feels like that about their first. Like,
it was bad, and then I guess the culture kind of shifted, and hip hop started becoming a bit more prominent. Because I was always a rock guy. I used to like rag on rap and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then when that happened, I guess Aaron started making music, and somehow he kind of led me into like, oh, you can get beats online. I'm like, okay, we can start making like hip hop tracks. And
and you were always feeling like the production end too of just being a musician, so I guess that kind of...
And then, just one thing led to another, and... Yeah, I just ended up just continuing making songs, but it wasn't until... Like, I was making music, but I wasn't, I could say, taking it as serious until fall of 2018.
For sure.
I had a lot of music, but it took a couple of my friends to like, yo, man, release this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they were hyping you up on
and I was like, okay, fuck it, I did it. And next thing you know, song was blowing up, and then now we're just kind of rolling with that from that point. It's been like a year and a half now.
And you were you were feeling it, and it's just been good since then.
It's been going really well. I'm proud of the releases that I do have, but issue that I've always kind of been facing is, I'm pretty versatile, so it's like...
For sure.
I like doing rock stuff, I like doing hip-hop stuff, I like doing pop stuff, and it's like trying to get that all into one sound has been definitely a task, but...
It's going to be a big, long journey trying to really find, like, your sound as an artist and, like, your... also with your persona and like everything that you're trying to like build, but I feel like you've been on the like track for a while, so you're kind of like you're in the bottleneck, like you're getting there. You're really close to what you want as an artist
for
individually.
My upcoming project, I definitely feel like I have somewhat locked in my sound, and I'm very confident with a lot of that music going forward. I was, like I said, after trial and error for years, I was able to kind of see, okay, this is what I do well, this is what I like to do, yada yada.
You can see your like strengths and weaknesses.
That's the one thing I definitely say to every artist that I talk to is you gotta play to your strengths.
For sure.
Even for me, like as another artist, like I've always had, it's interesting just listening to this, because I've always, like, I like even like death metal, like I'm into like that, like I'll rip drop tune it down to like B or A and just rip shit, and then I'll make my own stuff like that, and then I'll like play like Pink Floyd, and then I'll fuck around with some like acoustic trippy shit, and it's just, you want to do everything all at once.
Because you want to discover new sounds, you want to hear different styles, you want to like...
I guess you can't do it all under the same...
It's tough because...
I don't know, but you could, it's just hard
but it's so tough because like I have a song out there, it's called Show You Off, and it's just the acoustic light pop song, and I've gotten great feedback about that from so many people. But those are the same people that will shit on other songs that I've made because they're more like hip hop oriented or stuff like that.
Because that's the things that their sound,
And so I'm like, well, I can do both of them, but at the same time, I'm not big enough where I have the luxury of doing that. Whereas like, you almost need to identify or give something people to attach themselves to you.
Okay,
with like
for sure.
A persona or like at least a brand, anyways. And it's like if you're all over the place, you might be making good music, but same time people aren't gonna maybe connect the same way.
I see.
Yeah, definitely. Have you found yourself like, since you've went from a rock to more of like a hip hop, R&B, like pop, whatever thing, have you found your networking with other local artists different? Like, is it almost easier now doing this kind of stuff than it was when you were trying to do the rock thing?
Well, when I graduated, I played at the Royal George, like on a weekly acoustic Tuesdays, we called it, with this group. I forgot to mention A to Z. It was myself, we had a drummer and another guitar player.
Okay.
And we just did acoustic covers every week there, and that was kind of when I was networking the most with like the, like you say, rock scene. And that was really good, but I was always the young kid, right? Like everybody else was like 24, 25 around that time, and I was like 19, 20. So I was a lot younger, but
you were just getting like exposed.
Yeah, and so I was meeting a lot of good people and stuff like that. But now being, I guess, in the, you could say, hip hop alternative kind of scene, like there's a community in Winnipeg that's definitely kind of on the come up, and we're all getting pretty tight knit with each other. And that's a little bit more easier because of social media now. And
I've been finding that's like a huge big player with the hip hop community in the city. They're all finding each other on Instagram and becoming buddies and making music together, and like it's just smooth butter, and then back trying to find people to jam with and shit like that. Like it's almost hard, like not almost, it's harder to find those types of musicians
100%.
that actually play instruments.
I have a hard time with that,
It is,
exactly.
It is a little bit difficult.
Like,
Even if you find the artist too, I mean, like, it is a chemistry and shit like that.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. You could jam with like fucking 4 people and it's all good, and you take one person out of that group and put one other person in. It could fuck it all up. Not like drastically, but like it's a different vibe.
Well, that's the thing why I kind of ended up being a solo artist, was because it's like being in band is like having 4 other girlfriends, you know. It's like you gotta manage personalities, time, commitment, yada yada yada, and if like not everyone's putting the same effort out, or
for sure,
conflicting opinions and things like that, and it's an interesting journey, man.
Well, and with bands too, staying together over time, like people naturally change over years, so
yeah.
Well, I'm on the same boat too. Like, if you got the fucking tools and the talent to do your solo thing, like, why not? You know.
It's a process, man, and like last year I opened up my recording studio downtown, and since then, like, the amount of people I've been able to just work with or just communicate with has been crazy, and
that's awesome, man. You gotta plug in the studio and everything.
Yeah. Elevated experience, check it out. Right now we're closed for the quarantine, but we'll be opening back up soon.
Where is that?
It's downtown? In the Exchange District, by the Royal Albert, is across the street, or by like Smoked Boutique and all that jazz.
Nice.
What's it called? So you were saying there about finding people to jam with. That's kind of where it's shifted now. It's like it's a struggle to maybe make that happen, whereas now sending off a beat via email, it's just like that. One of my customers I had, he's like 12 or 13 years old, and he has like this album pretty much made, and it was like really good stuff, especially for his age. I'm like, so how do you do all this? Yeah. And he's like, oh, I made this on my phone. I'm like, he made all these crazy instrumentals on his phone. I'm like, what the heck? I have all, like, thousands of dollars of equipment to do all this stuff, and this guy's making like just as good a quality stuff on his phone. And there's something about having less to work with, and it makes you a bit more creative, right? Like, if you have like a million different options, you're just gonna kind of scroll through that whatever. But like, if you only have like one thing to work with, you're gonna make the best out of that one thing,
and you're gonna really fucking learn it too.
That's the thing, right?
Inside and out. And that's definitely good. When did you first start getting into like production and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, back when I was...
That was when like Aaron was saying, hey, you can like do this just on the internet. And
well, yes and no. I mean, like, I've always kind of produced, in a sense, like when I was in bands and stuff, like with Rain or Shine, we recorded songs like at a recording studio, and like, most of them I had like either written or like kind of arranged and stuff like that. So it started with that, but when I started recording Aaron, like, I knew how to record like vocals and stuff like that, but I wasn't like insane or nothing, and like I couldn't make a beat to save my life.
Yeah, you were the one that was recording him initially when you first, like, with Roddy and stuff too, like with Doug Lasses, through my prescription. Man, big shout out to that, because man, that's when I was like, I've like always been about music and the culture and shit, and I saw that, and that gave me kind of like hope for like my circle, like the people that I knew in Transcona, because there weren't that other many like musicians. But then Roddy and Aaron started, because it was really just like us and like a couple other people from our like generation that were musicians and went to our school. So when I saw that hip hop was like the thing and they started doing it, I was like, fuck yeah, you know? It's pretty cool, man. It's really cool to see that around you, like, and growing up coming from music, I really like appreciated it.
It was crazy, man, and how far both those guys have come. Like, Roddy's insane at
amazing. Insane. I've checked out his just like the snippets and stuff that he puts on Instagram, and we've actually talked recently on Instagram, and like,
it's crazy, man. It's
good to see how far he's came.
Aaron's new album or whatever, and that's just phenomenal, man.
Sounds cool, man. Is there any places like in the city that you really want to perform?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would love to get to the level of like the Burton Cummings. That would be insane. But just on a practical level, the goals kind of once quarantine is up is being able to do either the Pyramid or the Park Theater. I wouldn't say I'm promoting drug use, but when people are at your shows and they're fucked up, that makes your job on stage a million times different, man. When I'm on stage, I like to interact with people in the crowd, and it's like, to me, that's more of the thing I like to do when I'm on stage versus just sing the song and just perform just for the music's sake. And if so many local shows, people just either stand at the back or stand there and they'll just maybe nod their heads or whatever, which is cool. But then you get like the people in the front row that are just hammered. They're like, yeah, let's do this. Or they're responding back to your crowd engagement. And that goes a long way. Like when your crowd is lit, everything is a different energy. I struggle with that because like I find I'm just so critical of local artists sometimes. Like I'll be watching them like, okay, what are they doing here? Like what are they doing for their sound? What are they doing with their songs or performance? I'm like, it makes me sad right now because the last show I went to was I think in February, and I seen so many of, I guess you could say, friends from this community, and I'm like, now we're all quarantined up, and it's just like
you want to just all be together.
Yeah, and this shit's just on hold, right? And it's just like, damn. And it's like you don't really think that was like maybe the last time you're gonna see a person for such a long time, right?
Yeah. You don't think that it's the last jam session, the last fucking recording session, the last performance, you know?
It's for a month for me even, like, fuck, bro, I'm just like, when can I go see a concert, man?
Yeah,
like,
it's like, man, I'm just waiting to just be like, in a
bonfire
really like social aspect, you know? And, like,
I feel that, man. Like I personally love going to like the nightclubs in Winnipeg and stuff like that, and I just know like once this ends, like it's just gonna be a shit show there. Every man and his dog's gonna be going there, and everyone's just gonna be sending it past.
But because of this shit, man, RIP 441.
Yeah,
even before this, RIP Citizen.
Yeah,
like
I heard 441. I was out there last night, man. That one, I'm like, damn, was that really the last night?
Yeah. What were you saying, sorry?
I was saying I just heard about it. So they just closed down.
Yeah, because I guess they couldn't. They couldn't afford the rent, so they made a post saying like the landlord wouldn't negotiate with them.
That's crazy. Who the fuck's gonna rent that building out in a quarantine time, anyways? Like
there's so many conflicting stories with that. But basically, from what like I've understood was, they asked to not pay their April rent or whatever in hopes that the government could help them out with some funding. Yeah, and I guess the way they're framing it, anyways, is that the guy didn't. He's like, no, and send him an eviction notice.
Didn't want to like.
Oh, that's rough.
Maybe there's something going on the other side of things. We don't know. But
we only saw the one post.
Yeah, we only see the one side. But end of the day, that's tough. That was to me my favorite spot in the city, and it's sad to see it go because it's right down the street from my studio too. So we're able to just like walk there, walk back.
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
Right?
Yeah, that would be perfect. I had actually only ever been there once, but I mainly just went if I did go to like Citizen. Barely ever go to the PAL, but like I don't know, man, clubs in the city are just like different. Like I loved going clubbing when like stereo was a thing, you know?
Never been to
like that's when I really like doing it. Now it's like I'll do it. I'll go to OV, like I'll go anywhere realistically, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't have as fun of a time as I used to have, regardless of how fun of the time it is.
Yeah, there's different environments now. Like for a while there, I remember OV was a spot I always enjoyed, and then like I went there recently, and I was like, this is not my spot anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just I don't enjoy being here, but yeah, I don't know. It depends on the people I guess you go with / what your intentions are.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're just going there to have drinks, have a good time, you can pretty much go anywhere, right? But
yeah.
Trying to say meet certain people, meet whatever, right? And it's I don't know. Winnipeg nightlife is something different. That's for
sure. And after experiencing it in other cities and stuff, like, it just doesn't feel.
Yeah, going to a club in Toronto, it's just like it's not anywhere close or whatnot.
Yep.
Did you go into any of the clubs when we were in Vegas?
Nah, man. I'd pretty much just go to like casinos and shit.
Yeah, I didn't check out any of them either times. I just didn't feel like my scene.
Yeah.
But
and Larry Flint's Hustler Club, I had to go there because he's like iconic.
Where's that in Vegas?
Man, I can't remember where it is because every time I went there, I was like, fuck no. But yeah, it's just like a renowned strip club.
Man, I swear, actually, and I was telling someone about this just reminding because you're talking about Vegas and shit. Did you not, I don't know if it was on Facebook or Instagram, post a video and it was like you and a buddy downing a 40 in an airplane? Or like a 2.6?
Yeah.
Or some bullshit?
Yeah,
man,
on Snapchat.
I remember seeing that and I was just like, bah.
So you guys got any like crazy party stories and stuff? Like, when did you first start, like, drinking and smoking weed? I talked to Jared about that in the last episode.
Oh buddy.
Party stories.
Oh, buddy.
You got some good ones?
Oh, yeah, for days, my friend. For days.
Where did it all start? What came first?
Where did it all start?
The liquor or the weed?
Oh, well, you know what? Because the way we started this session was, I'm going to go to my mushroom story.
Okay.
So, that's right. That's right.
Wow. So I was with my buddy Jesse, and we went with his brother's a little bit older than us, and his girlfriend at the time was friends with somebody who was pretty rich, and they lived out like by IKEA or something like that, and like I can't Bridgewater or something like that, and it was like it was a mansion, like it was on the back of a hillside pool.
How old were you at the time?
Probably like 20, yeah, probably like 20, 21.
Okay.
And so we went to this party. It wasn't really a party. It was like everyone was like in like their later 20s, early 30s, and we were the only two young guys there. And at this person's house, her husband was like loaded, and I guess she was just watching the kid type thing. And husband was away for the weekend, and he's apparently pretty psycho. And so we get there, and we're there for like an hour or so, and then I guess the chick whose house it was, she kicks us out, just like, wasn't being rude or anything, but she's like, if my husband finds out that there's two like young guys here or whatever, I think I'm cheating on him and blah blah blah.
No way.
And we're like, okay.
It
was that freaking. We're like, okay, well, I guess nothing we can do about it. So we ended up leaving, and I guess we get back to his brother's place, and he's like, hey guys, like I got these shrooms if you guys want. I'm like, fucking right, sir. I've never done them before.
But were you already like partying?
Yeah, we were drinking and smoking a lot of weed all that day, and like so we were pretty gone at that point. This is because that was afternoon. Now this is kind of nighttime, and it's probably around like 9-10 o'clock, and this was on a Canada Day weekend. Oh, so a lot of people were like
out and about. It was like
it was like
high energy parties.
It was people were just doing whatever, and I guess we were cabbing back to my place, and we're like, hey, fuck it, we'll just do this. And I guess there was a pretty full bag. I don't even know what the weight equivalent, but, regular bag full of fucking shrooms. And we split that. And so at first it's all good, and we get back, and we're walking around, because I live by Murdoch. So we start walking, we make it to Pet, and then I start kind of feeling tingling in my arms. So I'm going like this, right? And I'm just I'm feeling this. And I'm like,
tracers.
Whoa, man, whoa.
Things get wavy.
And then I started getting this fascination with lights, so I see like a light post, I'm like, yeah. And so we're just walking around Pet for a little while, then we get to Murdoch, and then that's when shit starts really getting trippy. So I'm just staring at this light, I'm like, yo man, I can't leave, I can feel the light, bro, I can feel it.
You were like mesmerized.
Yeah, I just felt like attracted to it, and he's like, fuck man, we gotta fucking go, and I'm like, nah bro, the light, I have to stay here at the light.
For
and
sure.
then on, I guess, Redonda there, we see like an Impact security truck drive by.
No way, I would have been fucking tripping.
Exactly, so he's like, bro, we gotta get the fuck out of here. So we start booking it to the back of Murdoch, and there's that ditch, right? Yeah. Well, for whatever reason, I guess the field was soaked. Like, it was wet as shit. And
right after it like rained or something?
Yeah, right after it rained or something like that. And he starts freaking out. I was kind of still chilling, so we just sit on the road for a little while. Like, what are we gonna do, man? We can't cross here. It's fucking soaked. And then he's like, we gotta fucking go, dude. We gotta fucking go. Yeah. The security truck's hunting us down.
Everybody's getting paranoid.
Yeah, so then we're like, fuck it. We're gonna go through. So we both hop the ditch or whatever, and we start running through this field, and it's soaked, so our feet are just getting drenched. But then he starts running too fast, and he face plants. So now his whole fucking body's soaked, and now everything's really, really starting to hit us. And
God. As you're laying in this field.
Yeah, as we're laying in this field. And so we get to where there's that park behind there, and there's like a little bit of another ditch there, and there's normally like a plank bridge that you can cross, but I guess that was in the water or something, so we had to hop that, and once again, more wiping out. And then this is where I don't quite understand.
Were you guys kind of like freaking out?
He was more on the paranoid side about that truck, the Impact security truck. I was like, never done shrooms, so I was like, this is a crazy experience.
You were still trying to like look around.
Yeah,
I was all happening.
And then so we get to this park, and I guess that weekend my parents weren't home, and so we're like, okay, but we don't want to go home quite yet. So we climbed this park, And I guess everything starts really hitting us then. And it gets to the point where we said something, we started laughing. Right? And so we just get on this giggle cycle. And it got to the point where we just kept laughing for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And we got to the point where we were laughing so hard we were crying. But it was like a crying, not even from it being that funny. It was just in that much pain, and we couldn't get up.
Man,
at this
that's
point.
the whole like mushroom thing.
Yeah, we couldn't get up now because we were at the top of this structure, laughing so hard we'd try and sit up, and then our bodies would just drop back down. We were just in tears on top of this park for about 45 minutes, just crying from this thing. And like, if anybody would have walked past, it would have been like Wolf of Wall Street, where he's on the Quaalude, where he's like,
he's like rolling out of his car.
Yeah, it was like we just couldn't move, and then we ended up getting back to my house eventually, and then we're looking outside, and he's still freaking out, like, man, I just seen the truck drive by again. And I'm like, dude, we're in the house, it's fine.
The truck is gone, dude. Yeah.
And then so we go downstairs, and for whatever reason, I'm like, I'm on shrooms now. I'm gonna listen to Jefferson Airplane because I'm like, that's what all the hippies did, right? And so I put it on music, and
you wanted to utilize the experience.
Now I'm getting paranoid, but he just passed out, right? And I'm thinking, is he dying on me? Like, what's going on? But obviously, I was just freaking out from the shrooms, and ended up falling asleep or whatever. And I woke up. Basement's a fucking mess. Couches are flipped. Blankets are everywhere.
Oh no way!
I guess we were just fucked up, and
so that was like your first shroom experience. But going back, what did come first? Was it like trying
alcohol was first?
Yeah. Okay.
For sure. I thought, or later in high school, I started, I guess, having some parties or whatever, and I get some Jack Daniel, have a couple shots here and there, blah 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 blah. I don't know. I guess I seen people doing it, and I was trying to obviously experimenting with that stuff. And then it started getting kind of that early teenage drunk where it's just kind of everything's kind of fun and whatever, right? You can kind of
did it pick up right away? Like you got really into it and like.
Oh, I definitely liked the whole aspect of like parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, the social aspect.
But yeah, we were just kind of, it was fun because you just get hammered so quickly back then. It was like, new and
didn't take much.
It didn't take much, and it was
sure.
Yeah, it was fun. Play some beer pong, whatever, and yeah, that was that. And then I guess one of my buddies or whatever at the time was kind of getting into smoking weed a lot, and slowly kind of got me into that a little bit. But I wasn't doing it much. I just like the odd time.
Was it like at parties and stuff like that?
Yeah, when I was hanging out with like him or something like that. And then eventually, as the years progressed, then I ended up experimenting with that a bit more and just kind of just using it regularly. But initially, it was just kind of liquor and then weed here and there, and then just kind of, I don't know, I felt like my group of friends went from just drinking, and I got really into smoking weed, and then
there was like the different phases.
Yeah, different phases of things, and then people kind of branch out into their own kind of. Yeah.
But with you, Jared, what came first? I'm pretty sure I asked you, but I don't remember.
Well,
what you said.
I first smoked in grade 7. I didn't really actually get high till I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
I smoked 3 times.
And that was before drinking.
Yeah. So I don't know actually, because I think they started right around the same time.
Okay.
To be honest with you, but I've definitely smoked. When I started smoking, it was when I started smoking.
Yeah.
But then
full send.
Oh yeah, it was all day, every day. I was fucking high all the time throughout Murdoch at least.
Keep hearing feedback from your foot.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
It's all good. It's funny.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I think it was about the same time. But I remember first getting drunk. When I first got drunk, I thought I was king of the world. We were at fucking Damien Demchuk's house. Actually, we got all juiced, and then I've never been juiced before. Not in front of my mom, dad, anything like that. So what I think it's fine to do, I'll round up 10 people that's chilling at Damien's that can't chill in anymore. Let's go back to my house. All good. No, I go there, can't even open the door. I'm so juiced. My mom answers the door. Who the fuck's here? Shut up, Mom. Go to bed. We're just hanging out. She's like, there's 10 people here. Are there girls there? I'm like, no, yeah. And then, oh my god, yeah. So then everyone comes in, and then she's like, 10 minutes later, okay, fucking, everyone's got to leave, and it was just a big shit show, and I was like, oh man.
Oh, fuck.
Fucked shit up. But or I don't know, smoking every day started way sooner than because I'd drink once a month. Maybe once a month or something. Do something crazy or dumb, but You done nitrous before?
No.
That sounds super fucked, but like...
Isn't that like whippets?
Yeah, whippets, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of like tons of people doing
I
that
swear,
shit.
like, because they have those in Vietnam. When we were in Vietnam, they pass that shit around like, bro, they have balloons all over the place.
What is it?
It's like,
it's nitrous oxide. Like, you know those canisters that you make whipped cream in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally don't put anything in it, and you just like suck the air out.
And like...
Yeah, it's weird.
Dude,
it cuts the oxygen off to your brain,
man,
and like,
it fucks you up. Like, we just tried it because, like, why not? But, like, man, like, I thought I was hearing things that people were saying that no one was saying.
That's what it is.
Like, dude, I got to the point where it was like, because it's such a short, like, high. It's like a minute or two or something. Not even a minute. But anyways, like, I got, because I wasn't with the people who I was normally with at that point. So, like, I just started thinking that people were going to judge me around me. And all of a sudden, I started hearing everyone talking. And then, like, I came out of it and no one was even around me. See, I kind of want to just... I'm almost asking for it, and that's why I did like a quarter of shrooms, because like I want to see, because every time I've done shrooms, I've never seen anything.
You want to be like fucking manhandled by something.
Not, I don't know.
Like you want your day to be fucked. Is
like,
what you're saying.
I just want to see shit that's not there.
I've heard a lot of.
You know what I mean?
I've heard a lot of shit about ketamine,
sense.
man. Try ketamine.
Oh, I've heard bad things about that.
Hitting the K-hole.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like you can't get to that level with shrooms.
Because it's like a natural thing.
But
it makes you think like, you know.
That's what I felt when my brother was like, I was
It's not
seeing shit. I was like, man, that's wild.
But if you've never done it though, like your perspective on it the first time might be a little different.
Yeah,
that's true.
If you do it without having some sort of knowledge on it, if you just go into it, you're gonna fucking be on one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I guess a quarter was a lot to give for the first time, maybe.
Yeah, but you probably like kind of knew what to expect.
Oh, I knew what to expect, and that's why I didn't see anything. But that's why I'm like, man, I gotta do acid now. Like, I want to see something.
I feel like your visuals get enhanced, but you don't see anything different with shrooms.
What do you think would be your guys' like craziest party experience that you can say like you were just fucked up? It was a good night, like great party, like.
You taking the lead on this one?
Well, good story, bad story, I don't know.
Man,
like just crazy?
One of each. Well, one where like some crazy shitty things happen, and then one where like some crazy good, wild shit.
Last year or whatever, I had probably my worst drunk experience as far as a blackout. I had, it was my buddy's girlfriend's birthday, and we went to her friend's house for his pregame, and a guy at my work had recommended me this beer. It's called an Atlas. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's 12% beer, and it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
absolutely
that sounds pretty rough.
So it like burns just drinking it. I had one of those, and then my buddy had a bottle of absinthe, so I had a couple shots of.
Did you melt the sugar?
No, we didn't do it with the sugar. We just take that stuff straight.
Yeah.
We had I had some of that or whatever. And so we go to 441 and everything's kind of all good, having a good time, and then I guess I start getting a little hazy, and I start grabbing. We had a booth. I start grabbing ice cubes from the top, and I'm on the top level. I start pinging people down. On the
I've done that.
Ice
shit
cubes.
like that.
So the bouncer comes up to me and he's just like, "Yo, man, you gotta cut that out." Yeah, all right. And then that's when I went to my girlfriend and I was just like, yo, I don't know if like we can stay here too much longer, and that's when I guess I blacked out.
Because you knew, like,
I just felt, I was like, hey, we're going down here, and and then I guess I just started fucking roaming the whole place, and I was talking to whoever.
Yeah. And
I woke up with some random fucking numbers in my phone all day, that much.
Yeah.
And then this is where it kind of goes downhill. I go out, or I guess we called a cab, or she called a re-ride.
Yeah.
And so we go out there and we hop in, and I guess I'm in the back seat for whatever reason. She hops in the front seat, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, get back here, get in the back seat. And so we start driving from 441, and we make it to, I think, the Knathan McDonald's, and I'm puking in this person's car. No. So I'm yakking all of his re-ride's car, and I guess I end up at the Knathan McDonald's, and I go inside and I fall asleep on the floor in the bathroom there, and I'm puking at that toilet. And apparently, I don't recall this, but there was like a homeless guy who was in that bathroom
with you,
and he was so like disgusted, he ran out of the fucking building into the fucking cold, and it was freezing.
Like,
yeah, he's like, fuck this, bro. Jesus. And so I guess girlfriend was waiting in there, and I was in the bathroom, whatever. And finally, we get out. We get another re-ride, and get in there.
Got you home.
No, puked in that one, and only made it from that Don's to the Tim's on there. So
wow,
not even like a block, right?
The one that's like behind Montana's?
No, like the one that's on.
Oh, the
one that's just like a block away. So it made it that far, and so now we're in that Tim Hortons, and I guess I passed out in the chair there, and I guess cops roll in for whatever reason because they were just parked out there, and so they just. They were asking, "Oh, is this kid all good? What's going on?" But she's like, "No, it's fine. And this poor girl is in a skirt at the time too, and it's freezing out, middle of winter, and it's chasing me down just to get me into this Tim Hortons until finally her brother and one of my good friends show up, and they had to like carry me into the car and drag me into the house. And I just woke up and like, what the hell happened? Like the next day, and like, I think I'm banned from re-ride at this point. And, well, I yacked in 2 of them that night. And
Jared, what would you say your like worst?
Oh, well, worst. I mean, there's definitely like, I mean, this could be up for debate, but like the one that sticks out in my mind, hands down, like, I'm surprised I even made it out of the night alive, to be honest with you. That's how bad.
It's like, that bad.
It's pretty bad, man. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, so senior skip day, we went to, it was the year, I don't know where everyone went before, but we decided, Colin found Norris Lake. It's right by Inwood, where he's from. Yeah. And, like, no.
And he loved it there.
Oh, he loves it there, and I've been there before. No OCs go, we're all good. Let's get juiced. And, like, we had a pretty rowdy skip day. Like, there was quite a bit of people there. I got fucked, blacked out. Don't remember what happened. I fell asleep in my car, which was, like, I was supposed to sleep there. I didn't have a tent. Like, that's where my... So I was like, okay, all right. But I fell asleep in the driver's seat, right? And then I guess... And I have, like, picture memory of this, like, Mike coming up to the car, and he's like, "Hey man, let's get some fucking chicken," and like lights already coming out. I don't know what happened. Am I still drunk? I don't know. And I'm fucking juiced still. It's still like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Wait, this was senior skip day.
Senior skip day. Okay. So it was summer. So it was like 5 in the. Let's just say 5 in the morning. I went to bed at like maybe 3. So I've slept for 2 hours in there, and I'm juiced. And Mike's like, "We need to get chicken," and I just woke up, and that's the first thing I heard. I'm like, "Yeah, man, I need some chicken." Like, really do. So we're like, "Okay, like you're good to drive, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just slept for a few hours. I'm good. I go out, I fucking rip the reverse, I fucking back into trees already off the hop, and then I just peel out, and I'm going down, and like, I don't remember this. This part isn't my story, but I don't think Mike would bullshit and make this up, but he's like, I don't even remember driving there or back, honestly, like, at all. And then while we're driving there, I guess I fell asleep and fucking behind the wheel, like I'm driving, and like it was bad, dude. Like I'm like, this is why I'm like, this was a bad one, like. So then he pulled, I guess like he's a passenger and he's paying attention, so we're going in the ditch, and he pulled me out, and then we switched seats, so he started driving after, because I'm like, I can't drive. Like, this is fucked. Like, so he drove there. We get there.
Sounds fucked.
That was fucked. It's not even the end of the story yet. Anyways, we drive there. We get there. And we go to get chicken from Chester Fried, I think it is there. Because we have to go to Toulon, the next city. And so we go to there. We go to get chicken. "Hey, man, what do you got for chicken?" No chicken left. No fucking chicken. They didn't even have chicken. So we went there to get chicken. And they don't even have any chicken left because it's 5 in the morning. I guess they don't make it at that time, and we were too juiced to realize it. Yeah. So then fuck it. Okay, we're going back. Go to get in my car. Lock my goddamn keys in my car. In or Toulon, I guess now. Lock the keys in the car, and we're both fucking juiced, man. We're like
5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. So I'm like, man, we have to smash the window. Like, there's no way around it. Like, we have.
Yeah, if you call CAA, they're gonna be like, "You're fucking."
Well, that's what we said, and like I didn't want to smash it. Like, I tried like elbowing it once, and like I didn't do it properly, and I just hurt my elbow, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this, man. Like, that's what I did. I was like, and I was like, oh man, fuck this. So then we ended up just calling CAA, and they came, and they knew we were like, man, we sat and talked to them for like probably half an hour. But they didn't give a fuck because like they probably were just like juice rednecks.
Well, it was the local like CAA.
Well, that's what so we got away with it. But like I just remember thinking like, I fucking hope to God like.
Yeah. So then after that, did you just get back?
Yeah, we got back, and like it was all good. Nothing happened after that. But it was just like, when I woke up, I was like, bro, I should not have been driving. Like, I don't remember driving at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done that.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
Yeah.
That was a bad
That definitely makes for like a story, you know, like.
Yeah, it was.
And you learn from that. You're like,
Man, I got a lot of crazy juice stories. Getting kicked out of Black Sabbath, bringing my 12-year-old brother to a concert. That was pretty fun.
How did you get kicked out of Black Sabbath?
I went there. This is a good one, actually. So this was a little bit more entertaining, probably. The last one's kind of dark. That's not a good. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, definitely do not advocate.
Yeah, don't try that.
Don't be an advocate for drinking and driving.
Yeah, no, that's not good. But this one, anyways, I had a little bit more of a head on my shoulder. But so I was being a good big brother. I wanted to take my 12-year-old brother Phoenix to Black Sabbath. The concert was that day, so I just bought the tickets. They were $50. They were the shittier seats, whatever. We went and got them. Phoenix was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, we're going to Black Sabbath. Get your shit ready. We're leaving in half an hour. And I just wanted to say that just to be like, that sounds cool. I want to be that guy. So I did that, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like 16 or 17, something like, no, 16, yeah, because I'm 4 years older than him. And then I have 30 minutes to get juice. My mom's picking us up in half an hour. I have 30 minutes to drink as much as I can. And
before
we'll have a good time.
Sabbath concert.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to try and like push it to the limit.
I guzzled quite a bit, and my mom didn't know I was juiced because I got Phoenix to sit in the front seat so she couldn't smell it. And I wasn't acting juiced yet because it was only like half an hour.
Yeah.
So by the time we got in, like, I was fucking lit. And then I got the person who was sitting beside us, I got the wristband, the 18+ wristband to buy beer. So I was standing in line to buy beer. And then someone just, hey, where's your ID? I'm like, oh, I don't have it. It's on my seat, but I got my band here. And they're like, yeah, no, I still need to see your ID. I was like, what?
Did you look really young at the time?
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't have a beard or anything like that. Baby face to the max. I'm like, fuck. So then I start walking back with them thinking, like, we'll walk halfway there and he'll be like, fuck it, like, whatever, I don't care. Like, he'll be lazy. If I just act cool about it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 18, it's no problem. So then we're basically at the seats and I just look at him and I'm like, look, man, honestly, I'm not 18. I just got this from someone who is sitting in front of me. Like, I'll just cut it off and, like, can I just watch the show? And he's like, no, you're under the influence. You're gonna have to leave. I was like, no way. And I was like, man, for real? Like, my brother's here. Like, I can't leave my 12-year-old brother.
I would have just been like, where's my ID? It was right here.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely would have played that, dude.
Oh, well, I didn't, and I blew it.
Yeah, you didn't think of it.
I blew it, and then, so they brought me back. They took my brother, they brought us back, and, like, fucking, I just remember my mom was so choked.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, now moving on to, like, good ones, starting with you, Nathan.
Well, last September, my friends and girlfriend planned a surprise party for me.
Oh,
and that was pretty wild. I guess the way it worked was, I thought we were all gonna go to a club on like the Saturday night, and so I was hanging out with one of my friends all day, and I was gonna have a barbecue at my house, and I was like, "Hey, you guys just handle the invites for that. That's fine." And I'm like, "Where the fuck is everybody? Nobody's showing up." Blah 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 blah. And then I guess we went back to my girlfriend's house to either change a pregame or something like that. And next thing you know, everyone's hiding in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Lights turn on. I'm like, oh, no shit.
That's awesome.
And so basically, I had to walk through this because their kitchen's pretty narrow, so it was like a gauntlet. People handing me drinks left and right.
Did you like slam them all down?
I tried to, yeah. And you know, by the end, it was a great night. It's definitely I was a goner, but great. Then there was just like party games, stuff like that. But the whole surprise aspect and like. Right up front were like some of my cousins, and they're all about their Hennessy, right? So they got these fucking big bottles going through there, and next thing you know, by the time we get down,
it was just like all around good vibe.
Yeah, it was just a good vibe because it was like all friends, family, or whatever, and I was just like I had no idea, right? And it was just like, oh, this is crazy.
You got any like crazy fucking parties that you can mention?
Probably 4 or 5 years ago, I went out for New Year's with one of my buddies, and I guess. Normally we would all go in a pretty big group, but I guess for whatever reason it was just him and I at this point in time, and went to I guess District Stop at the time.
I missed that place, man.
Yeah, so we were there hanging out. We did the whole New Year shebang there, and I guess we we tried leaving after not quite at 2, but a bit beforehand, and there's no cabs anywhere because it's New Year's, and. We go outside, we're looking around, and some dude pulls up. He's a Aboriginal guy, pulls up in a car. He's like, "Hey, you boys need a ride?" And I'm like, "Oh, fucking right, sure, why not?"
No
right?
way.
So, well, we're juiced, so we just hopped in with this guy. And, takes us to McDonald's, rolls us a joint and everything like that.
Oh, so you guys were like
chilling?
Yeah,
we were chilling. And then he ends up, because I guess my other buddy knew this house party we were going to, so we ended up going there. And then
that's and you brought him.
No, we went there and we just left him. That was that.
Yeah.
He was making his rounds, driving people all night, apparently making some money or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Then, so, like I said, at this party or whatever, my buddy meets this girl, ends up losing his virginity in the bathroom at this time.
No way.
No shit. And while I'm kind of waiting for him, I pass out. And it's like, it's party, whatever. But I wake up, and I guess I'm in the basement now, and there's like a DJ playing. It's like EDM music, and all I see is this like East Indian guy just fucking raging out hardcore on some sort of drugs. There was like 2 girls passed out beside me.
What was this like he was raging like right in front of you kind of thing? Like,
well, say I was passed out over there. The DJ booth was like over there, and he was like beside the DJ booth on the floor or some shit like that.
Okay.
And there was just like all the people you passed out on the ground are just raging hard. I'm like, where the fuck am I right now? Like, this is weird. And they had like a light show going on there too, so there's flashing colors everywhere.
It's always weird when people do shit like that in their basement.
Yeah, and I'm like, where the fuck is my friend at? Like, go up and I'm like, dude, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Like, this is fucking weird. Like, I don't know where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
You know, this people's house, but just like waking up in random spots is just like, what?
I don't know if I ever had something like that happen, but that was like a fun night to you.
Oh, overall, it was a good time. And
yeah.
Like, I mean, there was like no bad things happen. It was all just like random. Like the car we hopped in could have taken us wherever we don't know, right? And like different things like that.
True.
Or whatever, but that one's a little bit more of a tame one. But that's one that came to mind, anyways.
Yeah. For you, man, Jared.
Okay.
Some wild shit.
Some of the better ones. Well, I mean, this one was just, I guess, cool for me because like it was probably the biggest party I threw. But that one was
at your own place?
Yeah. So it was like, I think it was my 18th. No, it wasn't my 18th because I didn't graduate. I didn't turn 18. It was my 17th birthday. But it was like a rookie party for the hockey team and like a birthday party for me.
Yeah.
So it was a double whammy and like. Just a bunch of people came, like, it was fucking packed. I think you could hardly even move around the house. So that was, like, a pretty cool part. Like, cops ended up coming and shit. Yeah. Like, the old man handled the fucking cops and everything. That was, like, a pretty, like, cool, crazy thing. But, like, I would say the most funnest time, honestly, probably was when I was in San Jose, Costa Rica. I was with it was just me and my dad, and we just got there for the first day.
Yeah.
And we just went and tooled around and fucking checking shit out. And we found this classic rock bar. It was like, it was just, I swear it was just called Classic Rock or like Rock Bar. Like it was like so like, okay, this is a rock bar.
Yeah.
So we went inside, we had like, we bought a beer and like, it was our first beer in Costa Rica. And like, when you buy a beer there, it's like 2.5 almost. Like it's like a fucking jug they give you almost.
Oh yeah.
So it's like holy fuck. We had 2 beers, which is almost like 4 or 5, and we were like, do you want to stay for another one? We were both like, we gotta go back and fucking book our shit for the next day because if I had one more, I'm fucking juiced. So we went back, we did our shit, we did a bunch of rounds, we met up with a few people, we came back. And, like, man, they treated us like kings there. They, like, gave us our own tunes to play, and, like, they were just fucking... Everyone was just...
Came back.
Yeah, because we told them, and I guess they probably get that a lot. Like, we'll come back. They probably get that a lot, but we were like, no, we're fucking coming back. Like, this is a cool...
Well, and that's right up your alley, too, like a rock bar, you know?
Yeah. That's exactly... And we hadn't... Because this is halfway through our trip, because we did Central America. So we've already been to other places. We've already been to bars. We hadn't been to a rock bar in, like, 2 weeks, so we were like... Whoa, man, this is where we need to be right now.
It's home.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, all, like, the waitresses were, like... it got to a point where it was pretty weird. Like, we could tell, like, some of, like, the dudes that were hanging there were trying to sell some of the waitresses, basically. Like, oh, yeah, go home with her, and, like, other things. And, like, we couldn't tell...
It's, like, weird extortion shit going on.
Yeah, we were, like... We were both, like... Because I was...
Obviously,
you're considering, and you're like, I don't know, man. Like, and he's like, I don't know, man. You might get like, they might expect something from you, like if you fucking do something or something like that. You know what I mean? We're like, we basically gathered by the end of it that they're trying to like sell. Like the waitresses will fuck you for cash probably too.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, like we met a bunch of people, and we were just. I remember walking back and we were just fucking juiced. We like roll into our hostel, and like I'm just being loud as fuck, and like. even everyone in the morning after was like, man, fucking, you guys must have had a send. And I was just like, wow, what happened? Like, man, you guys just came in so loud. But they were like, most of the time, like, it wouldn't be chill. Like, people would be upset. But like, even the guys in our room were like, fucking, you guys were funny, man. Like, you guys must have fucking had like the best time. And like, I don't know. I just remember that being a really fun time getting juiced. Like, that was a good time. But other than that, like crazy parties I've had anyways, probably like the 17th rookie party at my house. That was pretty rowdy though.
Yeah, it was just super packed full.
It was just it was like there was like some chicks were trying to fight. I'm pretty sure it was like, what is happening? Colin tried fucking everyone in the head. He knocks on the garage and like pretends to be the cops. And, like, that wasn't chill. Like, I was like, Colin, that's not the right move to make. Because, like, we had bongs in there. Like, my bong...
And were people, like, freaking out?
Oh, yeah. Like, people, like, ran out. And, like, my bong got smashed with the perk in it. Like, it was a nice setup.
Because people were, like, running. And,
and like, Colin just thought it was funny. I'm like... I mean, it is kind of funny now that I look back at it.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty funny.
Totally
like,
is.
I remember the time I was so choked. I was like, man, my bong, bro.
Yeah.
My bro, bong. But, yeah, those are two good juice times anyways.
Yeah. Fuck, man, having like bongs and pieces broken at parties, you can't even like get
it's such
mad.
a heartbreaker too.
But you can't even get mad. You brought it to a fucking party. Dude.
Yeah.
During high school with a bunch of drunk idiots.
Oh. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Or even nowadays.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. man.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's been a fucking great episode. It's 6:30. You said you had to bounce by then.
Yeah, I do. I got a split.
Yeah.
6:32. Yeah, that's true. Well, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having like the time and coming down. Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to like promote, starting I guess with you and then you too.
Follow on IG, Twitter, or SoundCloud under Knathan. So Knathanz. Same at all platforms. Check out my music on all major streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that jazz. And yeah, stay tuned for upcoming releases and show dates once quarantine's over.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I just got some. I got the YouTube page going on. You can follow. I mean, clips will be on Instagram and Facebook, but the main hub right now is YouTube. It'll be at Jared Lowen, but I mean,
you also got the lives going on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah. So you go, yeah,
live
exactly.
covers.
YouTube will be on Mondays, Wednesdays. We got the live stream, so come, say what's up. If you want to hear a song, let me know. I'm. Last time I was able,
requests.
I can take requests. I mean, to an extent, I'm not playing Dragon Force, but
for sure.
We
man.
we doing things out here, yeah. But at Jared Lowen, thanks.
All right, boys. Thanks for coming.
All right.